This is Movies with Martha. My name is Martha, and I'm reviewing Spider-Man 3. Movie shark, do 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 do. Movie shark, do 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 do. Movie shark. Spider-Man 3, which came out in 2007 with Tobey Maguire again. This movie had a lot going on, and I kind of had the feeling that they were trying to cram too much into it. Too many characters, too many plot lines, you know, considering how much they were trying to cram into it, they actually did a really good job. And I kind of have the sense that maybe it was because this was the last movie that the actors had signed on in their contracts, so they were trying to put as much in as possible because this was the last movie, basically, so too bad. Peter, Spider-Man, again goes through some big struggle of character here. In his life is going great from his perspective. Everyone actually loves him in this movie, which never really happens in the comic books, but for the sake of the movie, they decided to do that. The city thinks he's awesome, everything's going great. He wants to propose to Mary Jane, all this awesome stuff is happening, and a new villain they introduce is the Sandman, and they give him more depth of character than you ever see in the comic books. He's pretty much just your typical villain in the comic books, but in this one he has a backstory and he's actually kind of an empathetic character. So there's him, and there's the alien symbiote, which, you know, is this black substance that comes from space and bonds to Peter Parker and becomes his black suit. It's his black suit, and he's much more powerful with this black suit. What he doesn't realize is that this black suit actually has a mind of his own and wants to bond with him forever and turn him evil, basically. So he has to get rid of this black suit because it's messing up his life, because he's basically becoming a jerk because of it, and then it bonds with Eddie Brock, who is Venom in the comic books. Venom is this new villain. They throw Gwen Stacy in there, who in the comics was Peter's first love, and she died by the Green Goblin, but in the movie they just wanted to throw her in there as another conflict kind of thing. So yeah, another subplot there. And then there's Harry, his best friend, and I was actually very pleased with how they brought forth that story and that conflict and how they resolved it. They tried bringing forth and resolving everything that they had started in the first two movies, and I actually thought they did a really good job with it, considering the limitations and stuff. The action was, I would say, the best of the three. The action sequences, the CGI was a lot better, and they actually got a little more dialogue and witty banter in the fight scenes and everything, and it brings up another theme where Peter has to go through this thing, and the theme is revenge and forgiveness. So in each of the movies there's like this theme, this new struggle he has to go through, and that's one of the things that I just love about Spider-Man, is he's so human. You know, on the one hand, he's so human. He struggles with normal day-to-day stuff, normal relationship stuff, and normal temptations that people fall into. But on the other hand, in the end, he always makes the heroic, self-sacrificing, the heroic decision. And usually the impetus for that decision comes in the form of someone he really loves, especially Mary Jane or Aunt May, or, you know, someone he really loves. Something happens and it kicks him in the butt and makes him realize what the right thing to do is, and he does it. So that's why I just love him. So those are the three Spider-Man movies. Spider-Man 3 is very good. The second one is still my favorite, and I recommend all of them.